Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, we're ready to go. Hey, I want to talk real quick about one thing, and then we'll get this party started, and I'll say good morning to everybody who's on the live stream. So the Ethereum ETF flow is something that I saw, a tweet that I saw, so I'm going to give credit to the person on the tweet. And I want to point this out because it is interesting. It's different about Ethereum than it is about Bitcoin. So Michael Van de Poppe, I don't follow him. Okay. The ETH supply was created in 2024 so far, $160 million worth of Ethereum. That's insanely low. You think about, all right, how much Bitcoin is mined per day? 450 Bitcoin mined per day times $57,000. Actually, let me calculate that because I want to see the comparison here. So 450 Bitcoin mined per day times $57,000. About, today's price is a little over 57,000. All right, that's $25,650,000. And so Ethereum, the amount of Ethereum created in 2024 so far is 160 million worth. So that's a huge difference. A huge difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, the Ethereum ETFs, there's a lot more scarcity that can be created. We did have that initial sell-off like we expected with Grayscale. Okay, initial sell-off, they sold off 484 million, 326 million, 346 million, 356 million. And you can see net negative. We were net negative a lot, but then the last 2 days have been net positive, and we almost have $150 million worth of Ethereum taken off, take net gain of $150 million. We're still net negative, but we're on our way up to the point where this could be net positive. And so why am I saying that? Well, Michael Van de Poppe's tweet here. The net inflow in ETH ETF the past 2 days, $150 million, 146 million. The demand is exceeding the supply. I think Ethereum is super undervalued and ready for a big run if this inflow sustains. Do I agree with that? Yeah, I think Ethereum is going to put in a new all-time high in 2024. Yeah, I think I think Bitcoin's going to $80,000. Ethereum may go to 5,000, 6,000, something like that. And as we're seeing Ethereum turning net positive here, it can have maybe even a more significant effect on price action than the Bitcoin ETFs had. This is absolute best case scenario because there isn't nearly as much demand for Ethereum as there is for Bitcoin. So, something to think about, food for thought. If we see $50 million, $100 million days with net inflows, it's going to be very good. But I'm sticking with $80,000 for Bitcoin in 2024. I've made my case for that, and I don't think we're going higher than that in 2025. What will change my mind on that? And then I'll say good morning to everybody. What would change my mind on $80,000 being the peak for 2024? I'll give you three things. Number one, if Bitcoin hits $80,000 before the first rate cuts, I will think that we'll go higher than $80,000. I'm going to make a video about this later today because I do, let's have some hopium, So number one, Bitcoin goes above $80,000 before the first rate cuts on September 18th. I will think that $80,000 will not have been the peak. Number two, this is not as exciting. If we see some kind of flash crash, some kind of black swan event, then yeah, I will think that in 2025, because what will happen after that, they'll lower rates to zero, turn on the money printer, something, as scary as the COVID crash, something that will spook the Fed. Then throughout 2025, we'll receive the benefits of 0% interest and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, money printer being turned on. The other thing, and this is kind of in relation to what I just said, is if we saw something that would cause M2 to spike dramatically, then sure, yeah. I mean, M2 has flipped positive. It would have to be something in similar lines to what we saw with the COVID crash, where M2 rose dramatically. So, okay, those are my thoughts. If you missed my thoughts on Ethereum, check out this Michael Vandepop tweet. And let me say good morning to everybody. So, good morning, Mark, Adam, JN, Dan, Will, John. He's looking strong. Yeah, I mean, yes. All right, good. We're going to be doing some things with HEEHEE coming up in the next week, and I hope you're excited about it. Randy, good morning. Joey, good morning. Eric, message retracted. Okay. Amir, hello. Alex, hello. Let me say good morning to everyone, and then I'll answer your question. Albert, good morning. Are there giveaways during this live streams? Not today, Monday, Wednesday, Friday of this week, because I got banned on TikTok. He's looking strong, I guess, the last few days, man. Good morning. All right, I'll get to you, Kevin. Why are you and Ty pumping that POS Landwolf? Because it's not a POS. I like Landwolf. Hello, Boyd. Okay, all right, let me answer some questions here. Would you wait for the total to RSI to be undersold on the 4 hour or 1 day? 1 day looks good, 4 hour looks ready to dip again. Yeah, you know what? Let's find some confluence on the 4 hour. I saw this yesterday because I tweeted 2 days ago. What was that total to? I tweeted 2 days ago on the 1 day. A lot of altcoins look really good. You look at the MACD histogram. You're looking at RSI, stochastic RSI. A lot of altcoins look really good to buy, but then you go to the 4 hour chart and not so much. So it would be nice if the 4 hour did, if we saw, here's what I would say, a reversal in the stochastic. We saw a period where on the 4 hour chart it bottomed out. So almost have 1 million HEEHEE. Can't wait for the course to come out. The course, you mean the premium Discord, Miguel? That would be nice. I mean, this is a bullish looking chart. Lots of resistance at the 50 period EMA on the 4 hour chart. Yeah, the premium Discord. We'll be sharing some news about that. And then it looks like it's breaking through that resistance, but you know, it might be good to wait for a reset on the stochastic. So anyway, good morning, Big Al. What are your thoughts on buying short ETFs once the stock market hits an all-time high? I'm not a huge fan of that. The reason why is they tend to not do as well as the inverse of the market. What I would rather do if you're going to do that is buy puts. Okay? I would buy puts. I would not buy short ETFs. But buy long, you know, I mean, that's a dangerous game to play, but if you're going to do it, buy puts. Hey, mate, hope you're doing good. Thank you, Boydo. Any ideas about XRP and SEC case? It's over, right? I mean, apparently Gensler's going to appeal, but he's weakened. XRP pumped really hard yesterday. The thing that I'm a little bit afraid about is XRP just kind of does this thing where, man, it pumps and then people take profits. Aggressive pump, people take profits. So I hope that doesn't happen this time around. It's over, you know? And I own some XRP. SEC case is over, yeah. Did anyone win yesterday's raffle? I forgot to announce it. I'll announce it after this live stream. Have you seen that Binance listed ton? I think that is really bullish for the ecosystem. People are able to acquire a ton more easily now. Ooh, yeah. And tons awesome. What about NFT for HEEHEE? I've thought about that. Maybe one day. That's not in the pipeline anytime soon. Hello, Uwu. Good morning, Patrick and Christian and Jay. Good morning, Ollie. Good morning, XRP Star. Good morning, Dominic and Rob. GMX price prediction. I don't have a GMX price prediction. Where's GMX? I know I have a chart here. 2131. And it's just, GMX is a weird chart. Because you can see, like, hey, we're getting bullish, dump. Bullish, dump. Hey, so maybe now's a good time to get GMX. Do you feel like we're possibly going to have another drop? I don't see a lot of strength. Let me look at Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin looks pretty. After XRP in the SEC case being over, I'm seeing strength in some regards. You know, I mean, volume the last 3 days is higher. We'll see about today. So I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Like I've been saying, lots of resistance. Okay, so we've broken through this 382 fib from swing low to swing high, but the 0.5 fib at 59.5, that's going to be resistance. This golden pocket here is going to be a lot of resistance. 61, 62, 62 to 63. And even, yeah, we break through the 702 retrace and then retest that as support from swing low to swing high. I will have been willing to declare this a V-shaped recovery. But that's going to be, people are going to be exiting. There's going to be resistance there. Just like the last 2 days, this 382 fib at $57,000 was resistance. And you know, people were saying bull runs back on. And I was like, hey, we're at resistance. Just wait a little bit. And we got down to 54.5. So... But could there be another drop? Remember, the COVID crash was a V-shaped recovery. That took a month and a half for us to break free of that. All that I care about, all that I'm hoping for, I mean, I would love it if Bitcoin's price was higher. But if Bitcoin was somewhere in the golden pocket here of this swing low to swing high fib. Good morning, Calixto. Bro, got to be ignoring me. Kaylin, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I can answer every question on YouTube. It's hard to be live on two different platforms, so I didn't see your comment. But if we're somewhere around the golden pocket around the time of the rate cuts on September 18th, then I'm going to be feeling pretty good that we're going to get to my target of $80,000 within 2 months after that. So and that it's a V-shaped recovery. I picked up Illuvium. Is that a good play? Illuvium is very highly inflationary. And I'm not super bullish on gaming until all-out euphoria. Do I have an Illuvium chart here? I know I made an Illuvium price prediction video on my YouTube channel here. No, I don't. I'm not going to look at it. But... ooh, can I slap your face to sell around the next peak? Sure. Is 100 million HEEHEE FUD? Listen, Miguel, I'm gonna be real with you. Bitcoin going to $80,000. I think meme coins are going to do amazing, even with Bitcoin only going to $80,000. 100 million one day. I need to be very careful with what I say. When we're in all-out euphoria, when the Fed lowers rates. When rates bottom out and quantitative easing is started again and the money printer is turned on, anything's possible. Okay? I think we're going to be well prepared for that time. You know, I was on a call with the C-suite guys yesterday, and it was one of those things. It's frustrating, right? You know, I'm not the perfect person right now to be the face of a cryptocurrency. Because I'm not like Crash. Crash is just a mega bull, all out bullish, speaks with so much conviction. And I speak with a lot of conviction that we're going to peak at $80,000 in 2024 and then 2025 is going to be brutal. But here's the deal. If that's how it plays out, when it comes time to reload, the HEEHEE community is going to be the best position to absolutely explode, to just make life-changing gains. I got to be careful here again legally. What am I talking about? Am I only talking about HEEHEE? No, I'm not. I'm talking about the premium Discord. I'm talking about just we're all going to be on the same wavelength. And it's going to be insane. So those of you, premium Discord, 20,000 HEEHEE. You're going to want 20,000 HEEHEE. I have $1,000 to put in the market, Pendle or Ethereum, to add to my bags. Pendle is very much oversold right now. Ethereum has something like a 2x in it. Pendle has much more than a 2x. Somebody asked for a Pendle update. I forgot to talk about it yesterday because it's down. It's down a lot. Nothing's changed. Okay. When Ethereum when we heard that news about Ethereum that the ETF was going to be approved, look at what Pendle did. Is your Pendle on Arbitrum? You can buy any of them, but Pendle is an Arbitrum-based crypto. Look at what Pendle did over a few days. If Ethereum explodes, so Pendle or Ethereum, if Ethereum explodes, if Ethereum doubles, Pendle will go along for that ride, and Pendle is going to go much higher. More X's. So, AO's thoughts when NVIDIA earnings in mind. I bought a lot of AOs with NVIDIA earnings in mind. It's not going well yet because of the big scare, but I think AOs will come back. It will recover. So that's the answer. Yeah. Do you know why ETH is doing so poorly now compared to Bitcoin and Solana? Even BNB recovered, but ETH is just existing. I would say because of the spot Ethereum ETF, the sell-off with that. I mean, look at this. Grayscale. They dumped billions of dollars. They dumped 2.2 billion. They have already, in 10 days, dumped a quarter of their supply. That's $2 billion worth of Ethereum. I would think that that's why. What do you think Brett could peak at after they cut rates? I'm out at $5 billion at this point, if it gets there. I think meme coins are going to do very well. I think we're going to have another meme coin season similar to March. It's going to be very exciting. But it's not going to be like 2021. So $5 billion could go to $10 billion. This idea that Brett's going to go to 40 billion under these conditions, I would say no. Maybe one day. IMX, I'm done with IMX. IMX was a top bear market buy. It did very well. And now it's one of those things. IMX has run its course. It's very inflationary. I would look elsewhere. All right. Good morning from Belgium. Hello, Kevin De Bruyne. ApeCoin thought, please. I don't care about ApeCoin. I've not looked at a chart. This is crazy. Something's crazy. Ethereum Classic price prediction. I don't have one. So yeah, ApeCoin. I mean, Bored Ape Yacht Club. I haven't looked at an ApeCoin chart since 2021. I'm not going to do that. I picked up more Superverse and AOs. Also loading up on Crow. That sounds good. Did you sell any XRP yesterday or still holding? I sold half of my XRP, and I'm kind of questioning myself right now. The problem again with XRP is just whenever it has a big pump, people just take money off the table. It's just like we're so used to that. So, let's say XRP does correct a little bit. It goes down to 55 cents, maybe a little bit lower. I'll just buy back in, have more XRP, because I think XRP is going to do very well over these coming months. But, yeah, talk XRP. There you go. I didn't sell just because it's the same price as 9 days ago. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm live on YouTube. I'm trying to plow through the YouTube comments. I might miss some TikTok comments. I usually, when I go live on my regular TikTok account, so World War Bitcoin, if you definitely want your question answered, World War Bitcoin. All right, Tether printed hard. There we go. But no promises that I'm going to respond to your comment on TikTok. Let's see. Can you explain Uni? I mean, Uniswap, I know there's some stuff with the SEC with Uniswap. They were kind of dumb. They were like, hey, SEC, I dare you to sue us or to sue us, to fine us, whatever. And SEC was like, cool, let's do it. I wouldn't touch Uniswap. Especially, people are going to get really frustrated. As the market goes higher, people are going to get really frustrated with Uniswap. What is up with Pepe? Had that peak at 7 billion. Now it's at 3 billion. Pepe went down with the rest of the market. It's a meme coin. Pepe is not done yet. I don't think Pepe is close to being done. Let's see. Yeah. You know, it's back within a zone. Pepe will be fine. If you haven't taken the op to buy some cheap HEEHEE recently, then you need to wobble your head. All right. How many XRP tokens do you have? I have like $2,000 worth. So I sold 2,000 yesterday. Thought on Bitcoin, bullish on Bitcoin. $80,000 peak 2024. Alex, do you think Tau is at a good buying point? Tau. So Tau is one of my few trades. I was looking for swing pattern failure entries. And Tau did fairly well. It wicked well below because of all that insanity last week and it going into this week. I wouldn't be surprised if it revisited the top of this yellow box here. So what is that, 260? So MAGA, sell MAGA a week before the election, no matter what. You say 80K top in 2024, so he would have to 10x so we can have access to the Discord at 10 million market cap. Do you truly think that is feasible? BAMIS, yes. Memecoins, as soon as Bitcoin crosses its all-time high, memecoins are going to explode. But then stay tuned. All right, we have an announcement coming next week. So got my 0.2 SOL of HEEHEE. Thank you. We're not doing a giveaway today. We will do one tomorrow. Can you give us a good entry on Ponky? Ah, man. HEEHEE and Solnick, let's go. Yes, sir. Guys, most meme coins, I'll buy some. I just think they're going to range for the most part. Until we see Bitcoin well over $60,000. We see the signs of a V-shaped recovery, really. So I would say over $63,000, $64,000. Ponky is back within its old range. It's just going to range for a bit. So, how many Solana tokens do you have? I have no idea. Solana, I hold it for entries and exits on meme coins. Is ton in a good buy zone? I don't know if I have a ton chart on here. I do. Never mind. Hey, you know what? Held very well. Wow, man, ton is just, it's a killer, man. Now, you can see, put in a lower high, but not lower low, but then lower high, not lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So I mean, it could be in a downtrend, but if the market reverses like I'm expecting it to, this could be, that could be the bottom. I'd buy at the 200-day simple moving average. What a perfect bounce. Do you think Wolf and TARS have a 10x from here in this year's run? Wolf, I could see. TARS, I would guess not. Solana spot ETF approved in Brazil. Wow. Okay. Are you still in Bird-Dog? Yes. I mean, it suffered along with everything else. I am still in it. I haven't sold a dime of it. You ever look at Boba? I've looked at Boba before. I don't want to look at meme coins right now. Now's not the time. Latest thoughts on Injective and Rune. Don't hear much about these two anymore from anyone. I like Injective still. I mean, I like both of them. But what's up with Injective? Injective did put in a new low. Yeah, man, 16. Oh, I was not expecting that. This is one of my losers. I'm holding spot. I don't know what to say because, there was support here. Liquidation low, April 13th, April 14th, 2024. And then, as always, you come back and sweep the lows. It would have made sense for there to be one more move down to those lows before a new move higher. And Injective it dumped and then it's barely recovered. I'm a little nervous about Injective right now. I'm still holding my spot. But it needs to run back, man. Thorchain. I have too many tickers on here. Thorchain just consistently puts in lower lows. I did not. It actually looks a lot like Injective. Now I do have a swing pattern failure entry here, but I didn't. This is not a trade that I suggested getting in on. So Thorchain, same deal, lower low now. Very slow to recover. Good morning. Is Ondo a good buy right now? Let me see Ondo. Since Chase will take XRP, would you do a mortgage with them and use XRP after bull run to buy home? I don't have that much XRP. I would think that Ondo is going to hold within this zone here. It was just, you know, it got within this this zone. It's back. It did wick below because 2 days ago, 3 days ago, it was very scary, but it's back. So if your theory holds, will most utility alts start running at the end of 2025? I would think so, yeah. ALF price prediction. ALF? I got nothing. You mentioned about buying altcoins and hold for a week. Any ones in particular? I bought some Gala. Let me see where Gala's at. ICP looks pretty good to hold for a week at least. Yeah, Gala. I'm a little bit up on Gala. I mean, that was a couple of days ago. There were some other ones. I would stick. I mean, Gala's pretty big market cap, but I would stick with some of the biggest market cap ones, just in case something crazy happens. Arrow also looks pretty good. Has not put in a lower low on the daily. I've already said I have AOs for the NVIDIA earnings report, so Tau would be a good one as well. I have some Uni. Okay. Thoughts on ChainSwap? I think ChainSwap's at a really good value right now. I'd be getting some ChainSwap for sure. There's very few small market cap cryptos that I'd be willing to buy right now. ChainSwap is one of the few. ETH or AVAX now. I would say Ethereum for now. And the reason why Ethereum, we have the luxury with Ethereum that Ethereum hit the yearly open. AVAX probably did as well, but you know, January 1st of 2024, Ethereum was right about where it is now. A lot of traders like to target that as a place of entry and a place of support. So Ethereum, I'd say the downside risk to Ethereum is very low right now, whereas AVAX is very highly inflationary. And so it can continue to bleed, and that's what's happened with Avalanche. It can continue to bleed. Ethereum is not highly inflation. Ethereum's rate of inflation is minuscule. I think it's less than 0.1% annually. How do you buy? How do you buy what? How do you feel about CKB? Sorry, that's not on my radar. I really don't know much about it. Is FK Biden dead? Yes, it is, unfortunately. Check Gary Network just pumped hard. Sure. Down on LRC, worth hold. I would hold pretty much everything right now. There's a lot of those cryptocurrencies are very close to their bear market bottom levels. They're not, I don't think short term they're going to go below their bear market bottom levels. Which, you know, I mean, a little bit of hopium. A lot of altcoins at this point in 2020 were also at their bear market bottoms. I came from TikTok and subscribed just to ask you this question. What are your thoughts on ChainSwap? Kaylin, I'm just going straight through the questions. So, you're killing me, Kaylin. I'm just going straight through, Farron. I'm going straight through the questions, man. And I did answer your question, but it's like, man, I can't respond to everyone at every time. Is it not on Coin Market? Oh, there it is. So it's up 20%. I don't know anything about this. $5 million market cap. And I'm not going to take the time to like do a deep dive on it. I mean, that's an ugly all-time chart. I wouldn't be surprised if it was highly inflationary as well. So, I mean, there it is. I would sell some. Arrow, yeah, talk about Arrow. Let's see. Been accumulating NCT Polyswarm. I have 1 million tokens now. How do you feel about the project? Rumors of Binance listing. I couldn't wrap. I did a Polyswarm price prediction video. I couldn't wrap my head around it. That was probably one of my worst videos because the chart looks insane. So if you see Polyswarm pump really hard, sell it all, because Polyswarm just goes crazy and then it dumps right back down. Let's look at Polyswarm. XRP new stablecoin will help pump, and also their upgrade in August. I'm bullish. I mean, look at Polyswarm, man. Look at that. You see it pump hard, sell all of it. What are your top meme coins, Alex? Currently holding Whiff, Wolf, Mishi, Redo, HEEHEE, and Tremp. Man, I just don't want to talk about meme coins right now. I mean, Wolf, yes. Ponky, HEEHEE, obviously. Those all seem fine. What do you think Ponky is now by this price? Yeah, answered that. Are you out of crypto even if you're in the red on some coins? Yes. Yeah, so 2 to 4 months after rate cuts. If things don't work out the way that I'm expecting them to work out, I'm still out. Let's say that Bitcoin is not at $80,000 still. Within 2 months or 4 months after the first rate cuts, I'm out. CVO. HEEHEE holding their weekly X Space tonight at 7 with the team. For anyone who wants to join and ask questions to hear what we have going on. Piscali, yes. All right, 7 p.m. weekly space tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And that's going to be, so follow HEEHEE on X. It's HEEHEE Solana, at HEEHEE Solana. If you've been here more than a day, you'd know. Any thoughts on BitGert? I don't know anything about BitGert. I believe Jupiter will outperform Arrow. It's possible. CVO. I came from TikTok and subscribed just to wish you good morning. It's a streaming. Gary is a. Oh, okay. It's a streaming platform on Solana. That's really interesting. Let me look that. Let me just. I've never gotten into crypto-based streaming. I've never seen one work. You know, Theta tried something like that. Didn't work. Now they're trying to rebrand into some DeepIn stuff. So, oh, wow. So it's an app. 200 million downloads? Huh. That's interesting. I'll check it out. Is the crypto AI narrative dead or just cooled off a bit? Man, I'm a little bit nervous about the crypto AI narrative. The only thing that I'll say, especially because like they have further down to come. AO's a year ago was at like 2 cents. It's at 50 cents right now. The thing that I'll say though is I will continue to do the Nvidia earnings report play as long as Nvidia blows it away with their earnings. So, are we going to see Bitcoin in the 40s again, or will it rip from here? Still too early to tell. I am hoping for a V-shaped recovery. After Japan backed off, you know, saying like, all right, well, that was a mistake. We're never going to raise rates again. It would make me lean towards a V-shaped recovery. But usually what happens is we end up sweeping the lows of massive liquidation wicks. That's usually what happens. So, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay. The Polyswarm chart pump you saw on the chart was their IPO on Coinbase. All right, good to know. And that IPO came after the Bitcoin all-time high that last cycle, so this will be their first bull run on Coinbase. Good to know. Casper price prediction, $1.07. What's going on with Palm AI chart? I don't know. Palm AI. Let's see here. How much do you think the token unlocks will affect Ondo price? I looked into that in my YouTube video. What is up with that? And I considered tokenomics when I gave it a $3.71 price target. So I can't give any further thoughts on that, really. Is Render dead? No. I'm a very firm believer in render. The transition to the Solana blockchain didn't work out very well. So Palm AI looks like pretty much every other new utility crypto in existence. Guys, new utility, avoid it. That's my biggest lesson learned from 2024. I wanted the next Polygon. I wanted the next Solana. And I got all excited about new utility. And then new utility peaked in March. Some of these will do a retrace. Very few of them will hit a new all-time high. Whatever this all-time high in market cap is, I would sell before. So that's over $150 million. I'd sell maybe around 100. If it gets to $100 million, I'd sell. So is LCX still a good hold? Yes. How much do you think XRP news will benefit crypto in general? That's a good question. I mean, we saw a nice little pump when XRP made that breakthrough in 2023. This wick right here, this move up to 90 cents. That was exciting. But then look, it just went right back down. And, crypto, that was exciting for all of crypto, but then just went right back down, So given the current climate, should we assume your price predictions won't hold if we were to get a 2024 alt season? Correct. That is why. I know I'm going to get if I'm right about $80,000 Bitcoin peak and, some kind of alt season, but not full-blown alt season, and very few of these targets are going to hit. And then people are going to be furious with me throughout 2025 and be like, you gave all these ridiculous price predictions. And what I'm going to say every time, when rates bottom out, I am going to be more bullish than ever. So 2024, these targets won't hit. 2025, they're probably not going to hit. When rates bottom out, I will be more bullish than I could possibly be. And I'm thinking I think it's going to be a hard landing and rates are going to go to zero and the money print is going to get turned on. And at that time, I will be insanely bullish. Just like COVID. Remember the COVID crash? Bitcoin went to $3,500. Rates went to zero. Money printer was turned on. Bitcoin went up to $69,000. This is what I'm saying. This is not going to hit in 2024. It's probably not going to hit in 2025. And after if we see 0% interest rates again in 2025, these numbers are too conservative. Not all of them. Most of them are too conservative. $155,000 Bitcoin, too conservative. $11,649 Ethereum, too conservative. $694 Solana, too conservative. But lots of pain. Lots of pain first before those price targets are hit. But hey, XRP today, I think that's what's pumping the market today, so that's good. What market cap are you taking profit on, Brett? I don't know. We see 2 billion. I'll take some off the table. 4 billion. Just going to take some profit. When will your TikTok be back up? I mean, I'm live on my personal TikTok. Do you think there's a real possibility to ever see zero interest rates again? Let me show you our future in the United States. This is our future. Listen, when there's panic, they will. So your 2024 bull run is now pushed to 2025. Dude, you got to do a better job of listening, man. No, not 2025. I'm saying local top in 2024. And 2025 is going to be brutal. Okay? I know you guys can't watch all of my videos, all of my content, but you guys got to pay attention. This is our future. It's either this is our future, so I'm looking at Japan's interest rates history. It's either this is our future or epic collapse. So what are they going to choose? The Federal Reserve. I'm hearing people say over and over again they're never going to lower interest rates to zero. That is absolute nonsense. There's going to be a day when rates will be at zero. You know, in Japan, rates were at zero December of 2010. Would you classify 2025 as a bear market then in your timeline? Sure, yeah, sure. But not like the bear market, not see you in 2028. But yeah, you want to call it a bear market? Yeah. So rates at zero, 2010, 2011, 2012, rates negative. Will we see negative interest rates in the United States one day? It's entirely possible. But it's either this or a market collapse, a huge market collapse. Worse than the Great Depression. What's the play if they don't lower rates in September? They're going to lower rates in September. There's no play because they're going to. Yeah, so TikTok will be back up next week. My regular account. What do you think is the catalyst to start the bull run? Oh my goodness. Okay. No, guys. The start of rate cuts in September may be a catalyst to a mini peak similar to March, but the bull run, that's not coming for a while. 0% interest rates or close to it. Did you make any videos explaining how you've set up your charts for RSI, stochastic, and MACD and how you use them? No. But HEEHEE Premium Discord. So 4-year cycle broken. I am not a believer in the 4-year halving cycle. It is the most overrated thing. Yeah, I see that. I am a believer in the halving. Okay, I'm a believer in the halving, that it has a positive effect on the price of Bitcoin. I'm not a believer that it has to happen every 4 years. The reason why we've been tricked into believing that it happens every 4 years is because we have been at zero interest rates for the entirety of Bitcoin's existence. But if interest rates in the United States are going to be 525 to 550, that's not the environment where Bitcoin goes and goes, parabolic. Do you think there'll be an alt season or alt rally late 2024? Alt rally. Cat dog on Solana. I'm done looking at meme coins for now. Is it safe to say you're selling at 2 to 3x? Okay, average across the board, then buying back in. I'm just going to see where the market takes us. It's not a matter of selling at number of X's. I'll sell. I will be more of a seller than a buyer at those times. So Wall Street psychology cheat sheet. Remember this. All right. When does smart money sell? Smart money sells at belief. All right. They sell at belief. They start selling at belief, selling into thrill and euphoria. They're continually selling to complacency, and they're about done at anxiety. So it's not 2 to 3 X's, it's belief. That's when I'm going to start being more of a seller than a buyer. And what's belief for me? Belief is quite simply a new all-time high for Bitcoin. That's it. We get to $74,000, I will say that's the belief stage. Now, $80,000 Bitcoin's my peak, so are we just still in belief? Yeah, but if we see a run in alts, that can cause a lot of excitement. And remember, all right, let me try to compare. I've done this on my, oh man, I don't know how to do this on the computer. I've done it on my phone. Never mind. Just remember, all right, Bitcoin peaked Ethereum peaked 27 days after Bitcoin in the second quarter of 2021. It peaked 7 days after Bitcoin in the in January of 2018. Same deal. So I would wait for altcoins to peak a little bit later. What's the reason for selling 99% of your crypto, not 100%? Is the 10% your Bitcoin position? It's just, listen, I mean, there's a chance everyone's right and I'm wrong. You know, there's a chance. Is holding stable coins through 2025 until it's time to buy again a bad idea? If this is how it plays itself out, yeah, you know, I don't think it's a bad idea. Get some 5% APY on Coinbase or something. Will you sell Bitcoin at 80K or still hold and sell other tokens? I'm probably not going to sell much of my Bitcoin. I'll sell most of my pretty much all my other tokens. How do you position yourself for rate cuts? Do you buy a whole lot of crypto a couple weeks, months before it, or do you buy days/weeks after the rate cut occurs? I would buy before. I mean, I made a video earlier today. Ondo will be at $3 if Bitcoin goes to 80K. I could see that. I made a TikTok video. I posted on my X account. Rate cuts. I want to be with my stables. I want to be a lot more in by the end of August. Wish I was paying attention when that whale sold 50 million. HEEHEE, what a sale. Oh, man. I'm glad. I'm so thankful he sold it all at once. That would have been really rough if he just decided to sell it over a few weeks. I know who he was. It's an 18-year-old kid, believe it or not. Sure, they can watch every video. Most of us have great content and info. Thank you, JN. But, you know, there's a lot of people worth paying attention to. Interest rates have been steady as you made your prediction sheet. Confused on the interest rate comment. Elias Nana, could you explain yourself? I'm not sure what you're confused about. When do you think the rate cut will get priced in the market? If it's 85%, etc. I don't know what you're asking. What's your personal TikTok username? I don't like this platform. Alexander Jamal Costa. But my name is spelled differently. It's Alexander R-E on the end instead of E-R. So Alexander Jamal Costa. What makes you think we'll have a rally after rate cuts? Might sound dumb, LOL. Dow Jones. The thing that I compare it to is 2007. So let's get to 2007 here. All right, this little window right here. Oh, man, I need to lock that in. Lock the fib chart, Alex. My goodness. It's a simple process. So I'm getting mad at myself. Okay, the fib chart is locked in. I need to smash the table on myself. Okay, Dow Jones. You see that 10% dip? If the Dow Jones is going to dip 10%, that's going to spook a lot of people. That happened over a span of 5 weeks. They cut rates right around this time. They called an emergency Fed meeting in August of 2007 and cut rates. And then the Dow Jones rallied to barely a new all-time high over a span of 2 months. And then it was over. I think something similar is going to happen this time around. The zero interest rate comment, Bitcoin not going through a run with interest at 5 to 5.5%. It always happened at zero interest rate. All right, I don't know. I still don't know what you're asking, Elias Nana, but the thing that I'll say is, like, I've been saying this consistently. Bitcoin has always existed. The entire existence of Bitcoin was in a 0% interest rate environment up until 2022. Now, there was a brief period between 2016 and 2019 when they raised rates to 2.5%, something like that. And then they started lowering rates again. That's it. So, 2019 rates peaked at 2.5%. Right now, with rates being at 5.5%, this is not the environment. And with the Fed unwinding their balance sheet to the tune of $25 billion a month, and before it was at $60 billion a month, this is not the environment for Bitcoin to have a big parabolic run. The environment for that to happen is when rates are at zero, or rates are much lower than where they are now. Let's say rates are lowered to 2%. Can you please look at the OP chart? It's another one that I would have been happy to get in on after putting a higher high on the daily right there, but then it put in a lower low. So it's a little confusing right now. But, I think we're nearing time to be buying some altcoins. Are you pretty much exiting the market if we have an alt season in Q4 and re-entering in 2025, 2026? I'm exiting no matter what in 2024. Alt season, no alt season, I'm exiting. And then re-entering 2025, 2026, late 2025. Calvin is so sold on the 4-year cycle or almost opposite, trying to figure out who to follow. Follow me, Macy. The reason why I say that is if you follow Calvin and he's wrong, you're going to get destroyed. Destroyed. If you follow me and I'm wrong, you're going to do well. Watch the second most recent video I made on TikTok explaining my exit strategy. That is the right exit strategy. So it would show up as my third most recent because I have a pinned video explaining it has a sticker on it. What if you're wrong? If I'm wrong, my exit strategy will still work out to perfection. If Calvin Hill is wrong, thousands, tens of thousands of people are going to get destroyed. Alex, how is it possible we get a Bitcoin top this year, but we don't get an alt pump and then everything drops in 2025? I mean, I am saying we're going to get an alt pump. I'm saying that it's going to be a good time to buy, but I think it's going to be a local top. Remember, what was that? November of 2021. The Total 2 crypto market cap put in a new all-time high in November. So there you go. Total 2, that's minus Bitcoin. But then if you look at a lot of cryptocurrencies, a lot of individual cryptos did not put in new all-time highs from their peaks in early 2021. So even though the altcoin market cap put in a new all-time high, a lot of individual cryptos did not. I think that's what's going to happen this time around. That we're going to see Total 2 put in a new all-time high, but individual cryptos, a lot of them won't. Plenty of them will, but a lot of them wouldn't. Timing the market is better than trying to time the market. Yeah. Are we going up only from now? I'm not promising that. I mean, it's good. There are good signs. XRP, the Ripple case coming to its conclusion, hopefully, and appeals being rejected soundly. That sounds great to me. That's good for crypto. Thank you, Atrox. Are you still bullish on AVAX? I have a price target that I think will eventually get hit on AVAX. It's not on my short list of cryptos that I'd be buying right now. What if the Fed lowers rates to zero sometime in Q4? Will that invalidate your thesis? The only way that Feds are lowering rates to zero is if we have a black swan event. It has to be something really terrifying. There's no way that the Fed is just naturally going to lower rates to zero in the fourth quarter of 2024. That would be really bad long term. It would be amazing short term. And yeah, I mean, would it invalidate my thesis? I don't even know. I would say my thesis is still intact in one regard. I am mega bullish when rates go to zero. So it doesn't invalidate my thesis. It affirms my thesis in many ways. CME, what am I looking up? Oh yeah, CME FedWatch. All right, so let's see. The CME FedWatch tool has been very accurate. Okay, so don't take my word for it. They're not lowering rates to zero in 2024 unless we have something catastrophic happening. There's a 3.5% chance, according to the CME FedWatch, that rates will be in December of 2024 between 375 and 400 basis points. It's not going to zero. Russia just legalized crypto mining starting November 1st. Smart Russians. HEEHEE is a scam and you are part of this rug. People will sue your ass, man, fraudster. John, okay. Before I ban you from this live stream, I am in a position of complete comfort. If people were to, you get the best investigators to look at to steal my computer, whatever, confiscate my computer, look at every wallet that I own. What they're going to find is that I have not sold a dime of HEEHEE, that I actually did burn $7 million worth of HEEHEE, and that all I've been doing in regards to HEEHEE is buying. So, adios. I welcome any, I mean, I'd be scared, but I welcome any, because I don't trust the government at all. But I would welcome any objective person to come and confiscate my computer so that you can see that I have been 100% honest with this. And now you're done from this channel. Goodbye. But I understand John's frustration. I'm frustrated. Like, I've learned a lot about, why Brett's doing so well? It's because they have so much of the supply. And you guys criticize Brett for having so much of the supply. You call it a scam. And yet, Brett got to a multi-billion-dollar market cap. And I'm experiencing the fact that I don't control so much of the supply. I wish that I owned 90% of the HEEHEE supply. But I don't. And so then you can have, because I don't, you can have a whale who owns 4% of the supply selling at the worst possible times, unwinding his bag over a period of 2 months and absolutely destroying sentiment. Are you still bullish on Pangolin? I like Pangolin. I've never been super crazy about it. Bitcoin, $59,000. There we go. Yeah, starting to understand there needs to be a dev supply. Aaron, Ministry of Crypto. Tried. 40% of the supply. And I do think he ran away with money after he saw it was going to fail RCD, But he thought 40% of the supply was enough. It wasn't enough. Are you a buyer of Pendle? Yes. I mean, I'm comfortable with the amount of Pendle that I have, but I would be. What, late 2025? Rates hopefully bottoming out in 2025? I mean, the further we go out with the CME FedWatch tool, the less accurate it gets. But let's see where they think rates are going to be in September of 2025. This will change dramatically, but 29.3% chance that it'll be more than 50, much more than 50-50, that'll be under 325 basis points. But Black Swan event happens, or not Black Swan event, a Lehman moment happens, then we're going to be good to go with rates going to zero at least. Bitcoin at 59, I see that. Watched all your predictions. Are you still thinking Pangolin hits 450? After rates bottom out. If we follow a 4-year cycle and lose all our money, won't we make it back when real bull run starts? If you come back, will you come back? There will be people who won't come back. Like us going to war. Yeah, we go to war. There's a reason for M2 money supply to go much higher. Calvin's main intention is to sell his ebook and make you think you're going to miss out on huge gains without it. Whatever, man. I have no love or hate for Calvin. I don't watch his live streams. I've watched maybe 20 minutes of his live streams in my life. And the stuff that I saw during the live streams, this was months ago, I like it. Michael just bought 1 soul of HEEHEE. Awesome. You guys, you're going to want 20,000 HEEHEE tokens. I'm telling you. It's incredibly cheap right now. We have some announcements coming. There can't be a 7 trillion market cap without a big alt season. Yes, correct. Correct, Crypto Gumby. And it sounds like you need to catch up. Okay. So I think about a month and a half or 2 months ago, I shifted my focus. Okay, I did say that I thought we were going to see peak euphoria at the end of 2024, maybe into early 2025. I have changed my opinion on that. Now I think it's going to be another local top, similar to, and somebody's asking the same question. John, listen to me right now. Listen. All right. 20K of what coin? HEEHEE. So maybe you're the same guy. You're probably the same guy. Crypto Gumby. So local top in the fourth quarter. A local top similar to March. New all-time high in the fourth quarter. Altcoin run in the fourth quarter. Total 2, hitting a new all-time high. Bitcoin peaking at $80,000. Ethereum peaking somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000. And then I'm convinced 2025 is going to be pretty brutal. And then we wait for interest rates to drop and for the money printer to be turned on and for M2 money supply to increase dramatically, or for them to start the increase of M2 money supply, and then $7 trillion is probably FUD. Okay, I know you don't want to hear that, but you've got to listen to me. You've got to listen to, so I don't have to repeat myself at least, that this is what I now believe is going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, if it angers you, but do TikTok videos get posted to YouTube as shorts/reels? I don't have a TikTok account. I don't post them to YouTube unless they're under a minute because I don't want to post them as regular videos. It just looks weird. But I will post them as shorts. But I do post them on my X account. Y'all suck. You love me? Okay. What do you think of Bitfunded? I don't know anything about it. Is there a drawing for 100 HEEHEE today? Not today. Tomorrow. What crypto are you buying then? What crypto are you buying then? I'm sticking mostly with top 50 cryptos right now. Those will be the first to run. Target for PNG. Let me look up. Oh, wait. I don't know. What was it? 470? I don't have it on my spreadsheet. I forgot to put it on my spreadsheet. And I just keep forgetting. I think the total market cap will hit 7 to 10 trillion eventually. Thoughts on Cat Dog? I have no thoughts on Cat Dog. Sorry. Again, for those of you on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Will you sell all your AOs on the 22nd? I will, and then I'll rebuy it at another time. But yeah. Alex, would you consider starting a new meme coin and holding 80% of the supply? People like myself who trust you would buy. I'm just, it's a danger. It's a difficult game to play. I have to walk a tight line. So he's a pro scammer. Who's a pro scammer? Is my spreadsheet on YouTube? Yeah, on my YouTube, my regular YouTube videos. My answer is probably no, Adrian. What do you think about Chlor AI? Is it still good? Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to do fine. What do you think about August and September BRP? BRP? I asked yesterday also, I think, is it a good idea to buy HEEHEE more than other crypto and expect more exits possibility-wise? I think I answered that question yesterday. Honest answer, I think so. Is this your new TikTok page? No, I got, my live streams got banned. So just for this week, next Monday I'll be back on my regular one. Can't swap ETH for HEEHEE. HEEHEE is a Solana meme coin. Like if you swap ETH for Solana on Coinbase, then you would be able to swap Solana for HEEHEE. Do you have an Ondo prediction? $3.71. How much do you think AOs will go to before the 22nd? I bought it hoping for a 50% gain. I'm not so sure now because of all the panic that happened earlier this week. So maybe 70, maybe 80 cents, something like that. Okay, so better to swap on Phantom. I don't know. Do you have a prediction for Cake? Cake, don't buy Cake. I don't have a chart here. Cake pumped really hard in 2021 because that's where all the meme coins were. Now that's not where you're getting meme coins. All right, I gotta run soon. There's 3 HEEHEE on Solana. Which one is yours? Type in 3 E's and it'll work out. HEEE, HEEE. Whichever one that is. It has a picture of Michael Jackson if you swap on Radium or something. I can't change it. All right, guys, I'm gonna be done. I'm getting to a point where I'm answering the same questions. I've got a lot of work to do today. So have a good one, everybody.